We have seen a flurry of legal maneuvering since November 3rd from the Trump campaign and various Republicans trying to invalidate the results of this election. So as we begin our year in review, let's start at the end. Give us your sense as to what we have learned, the importance of these, at least to this point, failed electoral challenges by Trump and his people.
We've seen an awful lot of losing, to be honest, Jonathan. Something like 89 judges have had reason to consider either one of Trump's suits, one of his supporters' lawsuits, and they've all ruled against Trump, including the Supreme Court, which declined to hear Texas's challenge, which essentially sought to overturn the vote in 4 other states. The legal theories have gotten crazier and crazier. This is the kind of stuff that bar grievances are made of. Some of these lawyers have really damaged their credibility. But I think the most important takeaway is that the courts have held. Trump appointees have ruled against these specious challenges. They've refused to overturn the voices of American voters, and we will ultimately have the courts to thank for a smooth, sort of smooth transfer of power come January 20th.
It does seem like, Joyce, the defining legacy of this president is to test the limits of the power of the office. And to your point, you are right. The courts have held now. But Dave, he tested it previously last summer, which, of course, with his phone call with Ukraine, which led to the events of early this year, his impeachment, but yet then acquittal with the Senate. And I know the President Trump's impeachment feels like approximately 187 years ago, but give way in now as to the import of that. It's something that has still only happened a handful of times in American history.
Well, Jonathan, it was a perfect call, wasn't it? The reason why, right? The reason why he did that was because he got away with it when it came to Russia. The Mueller report had just been pushed aside. He had been just exonerated, in his words, by the U.S. Senate, and so he decided to. He had been exonerated by Bill Barr, and so he decided to go ahead and make that call to Ukraine, and that was what led to his impeachment. It was not a perfect call. It was something that the founding fathers would have been appalled at, but for politics, he would have been removed from office. Only one U.S. Senator, Mitt Romney, had the courage to vote to remove him, and that is going to be a legacy moving forward. Because how else will you ever remove a president for impeachable conduct, if not in this case? It's always going to be a political battle, and the Republicans have set the precedent moving forward that it's an extremely high bar to ever remove a president, because this looked like a solicitation of a bribe. And if it's not removable conduct, then what is?
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.